Hi Pisces, welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on between you and your person, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Oof. The cards are just flying out for you. Okay, here we go. The overall energy for this week's reading is the King of Wands. This is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you may have those placements, or your person may have. With the King of Wands, I feel like this is like, you trying to get yourself together. Okay, it could be a situation where this can also talk about mutual attraction between the two of you. Like you both are very, not only like sexually attracted to each other, you find each other very good looking. Okay, but this is mostly about like getting yourself together, like trying to pick up the pieces from what's happened between the two of you in this connection. Okay, underneath this we have the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy. This can speak of balance. Okay, the need for balance between the both of you, because I feel like this connection is very much out of whack, very much out of balance. And this can also speak of a soulmate as well, so you may have somebody new coming. With the Nine of Cups, you feel like this person is your wish fulfillment. They may feel that same way about you. And then with the Three of Cups, third party, third party, third party. Even though this can talk about a reunion, it can also speak of, like friendship celebrations. When this card shows up, Spirit is telling me that there is third party involved. All right. So it could be on one side or both sides. And then underneath that is the Lovers, Gemini energy. So it's, what you're wanting. You have the potential to have an amazing relationship with this person, but they have to get themselves together in order for that to happen. Okay. Let's start by clarifying the King of Wands. Okay, this is talking about you going through a spiritual awakening, a spiritual ascension. This is like a change in behavior. This is like a total revamp of how you do things when it comes to not only your relationship, the relationships in your life, but everything else as well. Okay. For your person they're going through hardship because I feel like they messed you around in this connection. They really did a number on you. And so now they're reaping what they've sown with this hardship card. Okay. Like I said, Spirit has their foot on their neck. Okay. Because your spiritual team don't play about you, Pisces. Okay. When people do you wrong, they get what they deserve. Okay. This person is dealing with an addiction. You may be as well. This is talking about being codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, and emotional block. So this could be a situation where you're both codependent. Okay. It's not the end of the world, but it is something that needs to be looked at, because this connection is about you not only learning to put yourself first, but it's also about you learning how to establish your own independence and stand on your own 2 feet. Okay. All right. The first card we have that represents you for this week is the Ten of Swords. So there's been an ending. You've been stabbed in the back. This person, I feel like you told this person how you felt, and the sword to the back is what ended up happening. Usually in this card, there's like a whole bunch of swords, like multiple swords, like 10. So I feel like it's been a situation where in the past there's been other swords besides this sword, and this was just the final sword in the back for you. There's been betrayal. This card also can talk about, there being third parties. Let's clarify and see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, yeah. See, Spirit is telling you that it is time for you to learn forgiveness for this person. Like I said, they did you wrong. I am in no way saying that what they did, you didn't deserve it. All you did was try to let this person know exactly how you feel. And, you didn't deserve what you got in return for it, which, like I said, I feel like was betrayal. Okay. I feel like this person tried to break you, tried to betray you any kind of way they could. And I feel like they just pushed all your buttons. I say this, I've said this in a few readings. I feel like it's that thing where you get on the elevator with a kid, and it's an elevator that has all these floors. And right when the elevator doors close, the kid goes up to the elevator, the buttons, and just pushes all the damn buttons. So you got to stop at every floor before you get to your floor. And so I feel like that's what's going on between the two of you, that this person knew everything they could do to try to mess you around, try to break you down, try to make you feel horrible. And I feel like that's what they did, because this is a situation where this person feels like vulnerability and emotions are dirty. Okay, they may have, like I said, grown up in a family dynamic where they were taught that, or they could have gone through situations where they were in relationships where they got the short end of the stick, or were mistreated, and they learned to lock themselves, shut themselves down, cut themselves off emotionally, and not give to relationships like they should. Okay, I'm explaining to you what Spirit is giving me, because you have to get to a place of forgiveness. This is not me saying taking their side or saying what they did to you is right. I'm not saying that at all, because I feel like what they did to you is horrendous. But you have to start to look at it in you have to start to have a shift in your perspective in order to let go and forgive this person. Because I know after everything they've done to you, you want to walk away from this free and clear, and not carry around this residual energy from this person. Because if you don't do that, you're just bringing it into the next relationship. Okay, and it's not going to work out the way you're wanting it to. So Spirit is giving you the ingredients or the instructions on how to do that. And it's about, healing yourself, not only healing yourself, but forgiving this person so you can release them and kick them completely out of your energy and move on to something else, unless you're wanting to stay with them. Okay. All right. So this other card that fell, it's abundance. It's talking about you having a positive mindset, learning how to manifest your wildest dreams. Because when you walk away from this person and turn your back on this person, and you pull your energy back from them, there are going to be rewards on the other side of this, because it's so difficult to do. Okay. So when it comes to your person, we got the 10 of Cups. So this person wants to play house with you. They want, to love you and have kids and all this kind of thing. But I'm sure you're like, okay, well, if this is what they're really wanting, then why are they treating me the way that they're treating me? And it's because they sit in that prideful and egoic energy, and it causes them to act like a damn fool. They're very self-critical. As I've told you in the past, they have massive self-worth issues. This person is just, I don't know, they like losing it. Okay, they're like losing it. I feel like these feelings they have for you and the feelings you have for them, you're not, like I said, you're not the only one triggered. They're triggered as well. Okay. So we've got blowing kiss, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. This is what this person wants. And I feel like they're wanting to give you this as well. But until they heal their issues, like I said, massive self-worth issues, I feel like your person's broken emotionally. Okay. Because anybody that was healed wouldn't be acting like this. They wouldn't be, treating you the way that they treat you. They'd be trying to put you on a pedestal and trying to have a relationship with you. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, the star. So you are each other's wish fulfillment. But I feel like the feelings that this person manifested for you, like, blew their mind. I feel like you blew this person's socks off, and they just didn't know how to deal with it. They wished for you, because I feel like you both manifested each other, and they wished for you, but they never expected it to actually happen. And once it happened, it just threw them into a tailspin, and they just ran off like a damn crazy person, and just been doing all this crazy stuff. And like I said, it doesn't make any sense to me at all that somebody would act like that. But this is the path of the twin flame. Hold on one second. I'm clarifying. Yeah, see, this person wants loyalty, but they got to understand that in order to have this, they got to give it. The things that they want, the unconditional love and all this kind of stuff, they have to give it to you as well. It can't be a thing where it's a one-sided investment. Okay. Spirit wants you to be proud of yourself, Pisces, for the things that you've been through. Okay. Give yourself credit for all of the hard work that you've been doing, because you're going to get through this, Pisces. It may seem like the most incredibly difficult thing that you've ever been through in your life. And I feel like that's true. But I also feel like you would have never been placed in this situation if you couldn't get through it. Okay. So I feel like you're stronger than you think you are. And so you don't forget that, Pisces. Okay. Don't allow somebody to break you down and not, not recover from it. Okay. Like I said, because that's what I said when I was going through it. I said, okay, you can hurt my feelings because I can't stop nobody from, hurting my feelings other than once you do it once or you do it a few times, to remove myself from the situation. But I was determined. I was like, this person did all this shit to me and hurt my feelings, and they are not going to break me down, because if you allow this person to change who you are because of the things they did to you, then they won. And that's not what you want. You don't want that to happen. The way you defeat a situation like this, the way you overcome it, is by remaining who you are, but even more so. Like say for instance, somebody says, oh, you too arrogant, you think too much of yourself, all that. Be even more arrogant. Think even highly, even more highly of yourself. Okay, because this is about self-love and putting yourself first. This person does not love themselves. Okay, like I said, that's why they have the self-worth issues that they have. And it's almost like they know you're up here, and they know that they're here, that the two of you aren't on the same level, and they're wanting to drag you down. Because that's one thing you got to understand about relationships, any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, it's a family relationship, it's some type of, friends with benefits, no matter what it is, or an actual romantic relationship. Either the person is in your life, Pisces, and you're lifting each other up, or it's a situation where if the two of you aren't on the same level, either you're going to lift this person up or they're going to drag you down. And I feel like you wanted to lift them up, but they chose to try to drag you down. Okay. All right. So we've got key on the ring. So this person has a lot of options. You may have many options as well. Okay. This can talk about one night stand. So for some of you, this could have been somebody that you had a one night stand with, and this person thought they were going to be able to walk away, and it didn't happen. So, this person has basically been stringing you along. They may have been lying to you, making you or trying to lead you to believe that you were the only person they were dealing with. But Spirit is telling you right here that there are many options. And I told you, when I see that Three of Cups card, the first thing that pops into my mind, third party, third party, third party. Okay. All right. When it comes to the outcome, we have the Five of Cups. Okay. This is talking about crying over spilled milk, heartbreak, breakup, separation. This needed to happen. Everything that played out here needed to happen because you have to learn a specific lesson. This is about you learning this lesson once and for all, to love yourself above all, to put yourself first above all, and stop allowing these people to come into your life and drag you. Okay, because you don't deserve that. You're a good person, Pisces. You mean well. All you wanted to do was love this person, and I feel like they kicked you in the damn chest. Okay, so I feel like you are going to put yourself back together. You are going to pick up the pieces, and you are going to move on, and you're going to reap the rewards and the benefits of having had to go through this decision. I mean, this situation. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Five of Cups. Five of Cups, please. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is about you making healthier choices. Okay. Like I said, focusing on self-love and self-care. Can't make this up. You see, it just flew out of the deck. I didn't choose this card. This is Spirit telling you self-love, self-care, being happier. This is the goal. So that's why Spirit is saying this had to happen, because this person was not treating you the way you deserve to be treated. Okay. So we've got you having faith. Okay. That's what Spirit is asking you to do. Have faith, even when it looks like the situation is at its darkest, which I feel like it is here in the outcome. Still have faith, because even in this situation, there's still an opportunity for you to have the Two of Cups. It just may not be with this person. Okay. Because if they don't get it together, the two of you will never be able to sustain a relationship together. I'm sure I've told you that before, but there is new love coming, but you gotta pick yourself up and dust yourself off and start to do the healing so that you can prepare for this person. So you can, like I said, kick this other person out of your energy and start to look towards the future. Okay. Okay. And then we've got, for your person, optimism. So this person is they're trying to, behind the scenes, trying to get themselves together in some type of way. But I don't know if they're going to be able to catch up to you. I feel like you're so far ahead of them that, you know, they're lagging behind, and miracles can happen, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. And then even if they did, I don't know if a lot of you would even want to deal with this person anymore. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from Spirit. Let's see what advice Spirit has for you. Okay, so we've got sorrow, sadness, and regrets dwell in someone's heart. Okay, I feel like this is, you both have this going on. Okay, because this person hurt you very badly, and I feel like with them, they feel guilty about the way that they treated you, even if they're not. They're running around acting crazy and acting like it's the opposite. Okay. Because you have to remember, Spirit can see into this person's heart, and I'm not saying that absolves them of anything. I'm just telling you what Spirit is giving me. Okay. Okay, so we've got unavailable. This person is unable to give you all you deserve. See, so you deserve somebody who's going to bend over backwards and jump through them damn hoops for you. That's what you deserve. Somebody who's going to put you on a pedestal and love you the way you deserve to be loved. But you got to remember, there's a lot of red flags here with this person. So you have to remember that, because this person is going to try to come when you go through your glow up, which is coming. All you got to do is stay the course. Turn away from this person, pull away your energy, leave them alone. Don't bother them anymore, because the only thing that's going to make them turn around is your absence. Okay. They have to not feel your energy anymore, because this person is feeding off of you. It's like you're both doing it. You like get off on their energy and they get off on yours. I'm not talking about sexually, but that could be the case as well. But the both of you are feeding off of each other's energy, and because you know what I'm talking about. Like it's a situation where you haven't seen them in a long time, and you just want to go somewhere where they are just to see them, even if the two of you don't talk to each other. That seeing them makes you feel better. That's feeding off the energy I'm talking about, like that. So what Spirit is telling you is that you got to pull back your energy and go off and start to pour everything into yourself. Focus on the things that make you happy, the passions, the other things in your life that make you happy, because you had other things, Pisces, before this person came along that you enjoyed. So you need to go back to that. That's what's going to help pull you out of this. And then you pouring that love you've been pouring into this person, pour that into yourself, because that's what the yearning and the longing is. As I always tell y'all, it's your soul calling you back home, calling you back to yourself. I promise you, I'm telling you this as someone who's done this. Once you start to do this, anybody can come into your life and do any kind of thing to you, and you will always overcome it, because you have that self-love. And the pain that you experience, it will lessen, because as much as you love yourself, that's how much the pain will lessen. Because I went through this twice, and the first time I went through it was damn devastating. Okay. But the second time that I went through it, because the first time I didn't love myself like I do now, but I love the fuck out of myself now. And I'm proud to say that. The second time I went through it, it hurt. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It hurt, but it didn't hurt nowhere near it did the first time, because I love myself. Okay. So that's why I preach the self-love. I know y'all don't want, I know how it is. You in love, and you just want this person to love you back. You want this person's love. You're not worrying about your own love. But what you got to understand is, if you want this person to love you, you got to love yourself first. Okay. Because people respond to you the way you respond to yourself. If this person is running from you, there's something in your life that you're running from. You need to take a look at that and see what it is. If this person is, mistreating you and doing all these things, you got to look at the areas where you don't show up for yourself the way you should. Okay. It's all a mirror. People are all a mirror. Even your twin is a mirror for you, and you're a mirror for them. Okay. But you don't want to be stuck in this stagnant energy. You want to move on and have the chance to have a new love. If you're still, if you still want to be in love, but you can choose yourself and choose not to be in a relationship if that's what you want. Okay. But with the new love, you will be turning down something amazing, because this person will love you you know, cherish you, take care of you, invest in you just the way, you know, just like you invest in other people. And I know that's what you want, but you got to get over this and you have to forgive this person so you can move on and have a clean break and not be bringing any of this shit into your next connection. Okay. All right. So we've got abundance. It says you've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Let me get some. Now we're going to get some messages from your person. Okay. One moment. Look at the bottom of the deck. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Like I said, this person knows. They know exactly what they're doing. Because, you know, we like to make excuses for our people. Oh, well, maybe they didn't know. No, they fucking knew. They knew exactly what they're doing. Just being near you is intoxicating. Okay. I told you, it's the energy. The energy is so strong and it's so potent until the both of you, it's like you're addicted. That's why this addiction card is coming up. That's why we're talking about codependency. It's like you've never felt anything like this before, and it like makes you lose your mind. Okay. And then we've got, look, they love you. Okay. And then we've got, I remember every detail of that day. All right. So I hope this helped, Pisces. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Pisces.